Hello, I'm Maura Carley, founder and president of Healthcare Navigation, and today we want to address the issue, does my coverage roll over into the new year? And this is a problem we've seen when people fairly new to individual coverage enroll in 1 year and think they're done. Now, the insurance company has an obligation to inform them if they discontinue providing coverage in that state or they change the product and require someone to re-enroll. But we've seen people who didn't see this correspondence or didn't pay attention to it. So let's just discuss this whole issue of when coverage rolls over and when it doesn't, because it's so important if you don't handle it correctly. So those of us who have had group coverage know that you need to make an annual election because enrolling in group coverage is so much more involved. Not in terms of the number of choices in, say, healthcare coverage as opposed to the individual market or when you go on to Medicare, but in terms of, just all the goodies you have with group coverage. You're deciding about life insurance and am I enrolling in the FSA and dental and all the rest of it. So there's almost always something to do. In fact, I can't even think of an exception, but there must be. When you have group coverage. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have retiree coverage through a group, you have to be paying attention because you'll get instructions and they'll generally say you will have the same coverage if you don't intervene in some way to change your enrollment decisions. Individual coverage, you have to be very much on top of what's going on because carriers come and go and products change. And, this year there are 3 new state-based exchanges, Kentucky, New Mexico, and Maine. So in prior years, people were buying their coverage in those states either in a hybrid kind of arrangement or through healthcare.gov. You just want to make sure you're good. Again, our motto is leave nothing to chance. Leave nothing to chance. When you go on Medicare A and B, actually, when you go on Medicare A, you're on Part A forever. You can opt out of Medicare Part B if you return to the workforce and have active group coverage through your work or a spouse's work. And then, this is an issue you have to be on top of if you're on Medicare Part D or an Advantage plan for the reasons we already discussed. And then at the other extreme are Medicare Supplements. We've seen insurance companies stop selling certain supplements or federal law changes, as it has with respect to Plan F, but once you buy a supplement and continue to pay for it and live in that service area, you don't have to worry about that rolling over. It does. But everything else, the individual market, Part D, Advantage plans, again, leave nothing to chance. Don't assume your coverage will roll over. Make sure you know. All right. Thank you for listening. Take good care. Bye-bye.